Hey everyone, welcome back to another new video. Finally, Windsurf has taken its decision to go with Google, not the OpenAI, and people are literally got shocked after this decision because there were a lot of opportunity in OpenAI because OpenAI has a platform which is OpenAI Codex, and there they can integrate their AI coding feature, but Windsurf rejected that offer of $3 billion which OpenAI offered, but they has taken the decision to go with Google with the $2.4 billion, which is $0.6 billion less than the OpenAI. But here you have to remember one thing, that OpenAI wanted to acquire this Windsurf fully, but here Google is not acquiring Windsurf. They are actually buying some intellectual property, buying some license from the Windsurf for some technologies. Now you can ask me that what was the issue with OpenAI? My answer is issue was not with the OpenAI, issue was with Microsoft. You will ask me that Microsoft, the deal was between the OpenAI and Windsurf, then why are you telling about the Microsoft? Yes, that is actually the twist. So I have written down some points here. I am thinking in this way, it is actually my opinion. I have found this might be the possibility by doing some analysis. So these are the points I have written down here for you. So I will explain you one by one points. Okay. Here you see, first point is issues with Microsoft. OpenAI has a close partnership with Microsoft that we already know, which gets access to OpenAI's technology. So the deal is that if OpenAI invents any new technology, any new things, then Microsoft automatically will get access to that new technology. This is the deal between the OpenAI and Microsoft. Now, if OpenAI acquire Windsurf, then Windsurf team worried that this deal would mean sharing their own technology with the Microsoft, which they did not want. Why Windsurf will share their own technology with the Microsoft? Just think in this way, that you are sharing a deal or you are closing a deal with the OpenAI. So you will share your technology with the OpenAI. But why will you share your technology with the Microsoft? Because Microsoft and OpenAI have a partnership. No, that is not the right decision. And this created actually a tension and made the agreement hard to finalize. Now here Google took that advantage, and here you see after the OpenAI deal stalled, Google made a different offer. Instead of buying the Windsurf outright, means they are not acquiring the Windsurf, Google hired its CEO Varun and co-founder Douglas and some key researchers to work at Google's DeepMind AI unit. And Google also paid $2.4 billion for a non-exclusive license to use some of Windsurf's technology, but did not take control of the company. And this move disrupted OpenAI's plan. So Google is not worried about the Windsurf's future. What will be the Windsurf plan, or what if Windsurf gets disrupted, and if its business doesn't go well, Google actually don't care about that. Okay, so they are paying $2.4 billion, and they are telling that I want some access to this technology of Windsurf, and also I want some people of Windsurf to work in our Google DeepMind AI unit to strong our AI technology. And after that, here you see the OpenAI Windsurf deal had an exclusivity period that you already know, meaning Windsurf could not negotiate with the others for a set time. And when that period expired without a finalized deal, Windsurf was free to talk to Google, and which acted quickly to secure the talent and the tech. So Google got the technology with this 2.4 billion deal, and Google also got some of the top talents of our world in their DeepMind AI unit, right? And now here another important thing is that what is the impact on the investors, because there are lots of stakeholders, investors are there in Windsurf. What will be the impact on them? The first point is that no acquisition means no equity sale. Remember these things. Unlike the collapsed OpenAI deal, which was a $3 billion acquisition where Windsurf investors would have sold their share for cash or OpenAI stock, and Google's $2.4 billion deal is a non-exclusive licensing agreement. This means Google paid Windsurf to use its AI coding technology, but it did not buy the company or its equity, right? And now the thing is that this $2.4 billion goes to Windsurf as a company, not directly to the investor. So it is Google is funding the Windsurf. Google is not paying this money to that investor. Okay, so this money, $2.4 billion, will go as a funding to the company. And investors, there are some companies there, still hold their share in the Windsurf, which remains an independent entity. So this money, $2.4 billion, will not directly affect this share or the stocks that various investors are holding. Okay, so now Windsurf can use this money to grow their business, and if the business grows, then the investor will get the profit, more profit, right? And here to see the structure of the deal. In a licensing deal, the money is typically used to fund the company's operation, development, and growth. And Windsurf might use the $2.4 billion to hire new talent, develop products, or secure more licensing deals. But this does not translate to an immediate payout for the shareholders. So immediate payout will only be happen if the OpenAI acquired the Windsurf. But here this is not happening. And here you see investors only cash out when their shares are sold, which happens in events like an acquisition, okay, an IPO or a shares buyback. The Google deal does not trigger any of this. And here with an example, you can understand this thing. So this is an example. Imagine an investor, Shara, who owns 1% stake in Windsurf and worth $10 million at a $1 billion valuation, right? Now, what will happen in case of OpenAI deal and what will happen in case of Google deal? Here you see, in case of OpenAI deal, means for the acquisition, OpenAI's $3 billion buyout would have valued Sarah's stake at 30 million because he has 1% stake, as I have already mentioned. He has 1% stake in Windsurf, so that's why if the OpenAI deal gets closed, then in that case he will get $30 million because 1% of 3 billion, the money that OpenAI is giving as a deal. So she would receive cash or OpenAI stock, cashing out immediately and securing a 3x return. That was the best case. And here you see that in case of Google deal, means for the licensing, not the acquiring, Google's $2.4 billion is paid to the Windsurf, not Sarah. So Sarah was an investor, but here, in case of licensing, Google's $2.4 billion is paid to the Windsurf directly as a fund to the company. Now her 1% stake remains tied to the Windsurf. If that $2.4 billion helps Windsurf to grow to a 5 billion valuation in future, then only her stake could be worth $50 million, but only if Windsurf is sold or goes public later. If Windsurf falters due to losing key talent and her stake might stay at 10 million or it can be dropped, she gets no immediate cash. And this is the things and this is the problem in case of Google deal. Okay, here investors will not get the direct the advantage. Okay, if the company grows, if the Windsurf goes, because Windsurf is now independent, they are not linked with the Google. have Google have some license to some of the technology of the Windsurf. Okay, but Windsurf is completely independent. So that's why uh, the investor is also are not getting the profit of in this deal directly. Okay. And you see, this Jeff Wang, he is the current CEO of Windsurf because the previous CEO, he has gone to Google as a team member in that DeepMind unit, and now he has posted one on Twitter this post that at Windsurf we have always believed that there is a unique opportunity to channel AI to accelerate the core human desire of translating ideas into reality. Whether we are helping an individual or an organization, Windsurf mission has always been enable our customers to dream bigger, to create whatever they want bigger, better, faster than ever and before. We build new interfaces and paradigms, launch enterprise deployments and capabilities, and serve millions of developers. For a quite while, the softwares we needed to build for our core enterprise customers aligned quite well with some other general product efforts. But there are now many varied solutions available outside of Windsurf for software development. Given the rapid pace of innovation, we see an advantage to double down our focus on the enterprise problems, which has long been our primary focus. We will be continuing to devote resources to taking the wide range of product innovations in the broader market and making them work for enterprise workloads, the most impactful workloads for society. Now, here the thing is that it might be happen that Windsurf may prepare themselves in such a way that they might have the best product than the Google in future. It might be happen because Windsurf is not got acquired by the Google, right? We are excited to announce that Windsurf and Google have entered into an agreement that will help kickstart this next phase. As a part of the agreement, Varun and Douglas and some members of our R&D team will join Google. Most of the Windsurf world-class team will contribute to build the Windsurf product for the enterprise and enable our customer to maximize the outcomes from adapting this technology. And blah blah blah. He has written that now this Jeff Wang, who was working from 2023, and now he is the CEO of this Windsurf. And also Logan Clippatrick, he has announced that big welcome to and others from Windsurf team joining DeepMind because he's one of the lead member in Google AI Studio. Okay, so I hope that this detailed video analysis will help you to understand that what is actually happening, why the deal got closed between OpenAI and Windsurf, why they joined with Google. So if you found this video helpful, guys, don't forget to subscribe this channel, don't forget to like this video also, and please don't forget to watch the other videos also that I have already published in our channel. And if you have any question, just let me know in the comment section, and see you guys in next video. Thanks for watching. Bye bye, and please like this video.